August 14, 3063. Creekside Towers, Galatea City, Galatea, Lyran Alliance. Jackson al-Najjar sprawled across the plush leather armchair, legs spread and arms akimbo over its smooth black armrests, swirling the last sip of whiskey in the tumbler suspended from his fingers. The view from the penthouse was beautiful in the pale gray light of the early dawn. In the quiet moments before anything stirred, pale flat clouds glimmered over the Yongoro Flats, unmoving in a still sky. Spread below him, like a molted black cape, lay the darkened suburbs of Stillwater Creek. It was peaceful. He drained his glass, pursed his lips, and waggled his head, savoring the bold liquor. Honey, buttery spice, and aniseed. Whoever used to live here had good taste, he thought, serving himself another pour from the unlabeled crystal decanter on the chocolate wooden coffee table he'd pulled up beside him. He leaned back into the armchair again, with a sigh, lifting the glass again with a tattooed arm. Too bad about the broken glass everywhere, though. He could have gotten used to this. The yawning, shard-toothed edge of the hole that used to be a floor-to-ceiling window sparkled as the wan morning light swelled, heralding the coming sun. The other furniture in the living room had been tossed about, with half of the set probably on the street some 30 floors below. On the shattered marble floor, scattered pieces of chandelier yearned for their former station under a vast new skylight rimmed in crushed concrete and twisted rebar. If he'd known there was so much good stuff here, Jackson might have been more careful tower hopping with his Jenner in the last fight. No matter. The Creekside Towers were the tallest point in the neighborhood, with an unparalleled view out toward the east. Even as gutted and precarious as the former luxury apartments were, they made an excellent lookout. Maybe a few months ago, Stillwater Creek would have been lighting up at this time, as people stirred and started their days. But it remained under the lightening sky. The power was still out, mostly. A few neighborhoods offered Mikajimi Ryo, and the Swordbreakers had been happy to truck in a small fusion plant for those willing to play the game. That was only charitable, after all. A flicker in the mirage of warming air along the horizon caught his attention. Movement. The binoculars in his lap shot up in his hand, his eyes never straying from their vector, and the distance swam into view. Though they flickered and swayed like ghosts, his expert eyes soon picked out their shapes. Mechs. He stared down the approaching force, his other hand gently putting down the whiskey as he groped for his radio. "Wake up, Aniki. We have company." His radio crackled, then a pause, then a belch. Masato was probably hungover again.
Oh yeah? I'm down for a scrap. What's coming?
Mechs, Aniki. Maybe another group trying to push us off our island. Looks like they wanted to sneak in before the sun came up, but your boy here has the eyes. Oh, what's this?
Jackson leaned on the digital zoom switch and twisted the focus. Dark rectangular shadow resolved themselves between the stomping legs of the mechs.
Now that's interesting, Aniki. I see trucks and transports with them, and they don't look loaded. I say our visitors know something we don't. Might still be some treasure around here we didn't find.
Masato grunted.
All right, I hear you. I'll let Oyabun know and get everyone up.
I forget the name, but I know the colors. It's the mercs that embarrassed Orient's Rat in Super Mech Sunday. They might be alright.
That's so. Good work, Jackson. Get me a counter vector and any IDs you can.
Jackson watched the incoming force a while longer, tapping mech codes and vectors into Recon tablet and piping them to the Swordbreaker's comms net. He was quick, and he estimated the approaching force hadn't covered more than a handful of kilometers before he was done. Job done. He stood and stretched, the iridescent blue and black scales traced along his forearm shimmering as he flexed and unrolled his sleeves. Hands in pockets, He ambled forward to take one last look out over the vista as the first brilliant rays of the sun crested the horizon, washing out the approaching mechs.
Bad luck, boys,
he said to himself with a grin, as if the approaching force could hear him.
You might have made it under the glare. Too bad, I got the angle on ya.
With one last look over the plains, he drained his tumbler, not one to waste a good thing. He unscrewed the cap of his canteen, dumped it out, and replaced it with the contents of the decanter. It'd surely make a pleasant victory drink, he thought.